Well, with that, everybody, the process is over for this season. Quickly, let's go through the red shirt process and all of our new names. Of course, we had the schedule changed. At quarterback, Blake Horvath, the newly renamed John Paul Jones, and Red Rocket. We will not be redshirting anybody because, again, we cannot afford to have this guy walk away. I'd rather have him for 3 seasons than 4, and that, or, you know, have him walk away after 1, basically. At running back, Donnie Jep, me hoy manoy ahoy matey, oorah, and swab me porthole. This is a tough call in terms of who gets redshirted this year, because Donnie Jep really wouldn't be a bad option, but I feel like he might leave. So old Swap Me is going to get the red shirt for this season. At fullback, we do need both of them, but we now have Rumblin' Bumblin' alongside one Eli Heidenreich. Let's see. At wide receiver, Leon Houghton Jr., don't be fucking with that missile. William Henry Harrison, you sunk me battleship. Captain, we're sinking. Admiral Popeye, and Edward Kenway, and we cannot hit any of them with the red shirt anymore. At tight end, Alex Texa, Juan McGummy, Socks is the 8th dwarf, and Laddies, I can't swim. And we'll be hitting old Laddies with the red shirt for this season. Left tackle, Grayson Crawford, Aiden Wayless, and Hear Me Out. Left guard, Where's Me Floaties, and Captain Morgan. At center, Corey Smith and Sub McMissile. Jabron Lames, the 4th, will be hit with the red shirt this season. Right guard, Ben Purvis and What's a Pass. And right tackle, Chris Adams with Kyle Sackrider, who will be hit with the red shirt this year and hopefully won't run away. We'll see. Left end, Armor Abs Crabs, Oh No, and Buried Treasure. The right end side is Sal the Seas, Stanford Sit Dodge, and General Booty. Let's see, we got 3. Indeed, unfortunately, Kumbaya was cut. We're going to be redshirting Buried Treasure, I think. Yeah, Buried Treasure is the lowest rated. He's going to get the red shirt this year. Defensive tackle, Kerry Von Erich, Numb Legs the 2nd, Tugi Islamas, and Richard Belding. I mean, hitting Numb Legs with the red shirt wouldn't be bad. But it'll just be Richard Belding sitting out for the year. Left outside linebacker, Jackson Campbell, Precious White, all hands on deck, and holes and to ship. That right side is How Do I Tackle, Squilliam Fancy Sun, and Irish Wristwatch. We got 2. So we are going to be red shirting Mr. Wristwatch and holes and to ship. And then middle linebackers, we have King Toogie the 4th, Dingus Cringelord, Barry Cade, Colin D. Marines, and Let Me Dry the Boat, who will be a red shirt for the year, unfortunately, for Let Me Dry. At corner, Ash Ketchum, Brandon Chapman, Forrest Gump, Eye Drop. For a corner, it's still an amazing name. Russ Shanspy, Jackson Flaxen Waxen, and Swabby Deckhand. In terms of the red shirts this year, honestly, I think the 2 sophomores. Right? Player of the week, take it easy, by the way. I think we'll go with Ash, Chapman, Gump, Drop, and Deckhand for this season. At safety, Peter Roll, Ho Robinson, Lieutenant Dan, and Magically Delicious. On the other side, William Mosley, Oh My God, and Endo Mills the 3rd. So we will hit Oh My God with the red shirt. And then on the other side, Magically Delicious as well. Then at kicker, Kevin Von Erich, and at punter, Peter Nuggy Jones. Your Navy squad for season number 4. With that, though, we can now turn our attention to the recruitment board. And we will see what it designates us as needing based on having the Navy offensive playbook. And what else we might have to do. So we're going to need a quarterback, a fullback, and a tackle offensively. Let's go see what's out there in that regard. Let's actually start with athletes. Is there anybody interested? 1 3-star, Danny Burton. Okay. We might be able to fight for some of the 5 stars, but yeah. At quarterback, we have quite a few 3 stars who are interested. The fastest of the bunch is Chris Henley. Ran a 4.62. Got some big ass boys at 6'5". And this dude had a 305. That dude had a 330 bench. Jesus Christ, that guy should have arm strength out the ass. So we'll look at him. We needed a fullback as well. And there was a 3-star, Matt Stevens, who was interested, and a 2-star, Matt Davis. Steamboat Springs, Colorado. What a place. Whoops. And then we know that we're going to need a tackle, but let's see what else that we need. There's 1 tackle. Nobody on defense. So for the most part, we can go after whoever we want, which is nice. So let's go take a look at the tackles. Multiple 3 stars. We'll look at Anthony Wright and Ben Jones. And then also, well, that'll probably be it for the moment. So in terms of all positions, we don't have any 4 stars that are interested right now. It's only 3 stars. So that raises the question of, do we just try to fight for 4 and 5 stars right out of the gates? Since we don't need anybody in particular, is it better for us to target major game changers instead of these guys here who will improve the team, but not to the same extent? And I think we should probably get aggressive. I am going to look position by position really quickly. Obviously, we had looked at some quarterbacks. Fastest quarterback was a 5.4 or 4.54, excuse me, for Derek Harris. It's a 4-star. It really just screams get an athlete for a quarterback, really. Running backs. Was anybody interested? A couple of 3 stars, 2 of whom ran a 4.4 or lower. I mean, it's true that we won't immediately know who we might be able to get, but it also won't be the worst idea. Look, that dude ran a 4.3. Shout out to Monster Miles for the follow. Miles, welcome in. Dude, that guy ran a 4.3. Christ. Quite a few guys who are down around that 4.0. A squat, by the way. Let's see. What was the best squat? 70. These 2 right here are the super interesting ones based on power backs. Greg Owens and Daryl Horn, even though he's a junior. Fullbacks, there was a 3-star that we were going after, so I don't think we need to target anybody else right now. Just target him, that's fine. Wide receivers. A lot of 3 stars who are interested. A lot of them. This dude ran a sub 4.4, Preston Johnson. This guy as well, Leslie Collier. This guy as well, Sean Hawley. Okay. Tight end wise, Meg, all good. Glad you figured it out. For tight ends, we got 3 different 3 stars. That dude's only 6 foot. That's a smaller tight end, especially for a blocker. This guy's the fastest of the bunch. Also fucking huge. Look at Steve Parker. Let's see. For tackles, we already added a couple of dudes. What about for guards? For the 3 stars, look at Mike Johnson. At center, look at James Pittman. Defensive end, again, a lot of 3 stars. I mean, this guy here, 630 squat. I know you can't see it at the moment, but still a 630 squat for Antoine Evans is fantastic. And the best bench out of anybody that was interested was this dude here, Tony Henry. So we'll take a look at him too. Defensive tackle, again, a bunch of 3 stars. This guy looks like an absolute freak, Jeremy Hardy. Outside linebackers, this guy's got some good speed. And this dude's fucking strong. Middle linebacker, only 2 3 stars. Kind of even out as well. Let's add both of them. Corners, again, a bunch of 3 stars. Look at the top 2 here based on speed. There's 1 3-star free safety. 2 other safeties there. There is a 3-star kicker in Terrence Watson, 3-star punter in Nate Hagan, and then the 1 athlete. I think we focus on these guys first, but again, for the most part, instead of the 3 stars, it's probably going to be worth just looking at the best of the best and seeing if there's any way we can make any headway there. Fastest guy in the nation, you could argue, is that 5-star Julius Barclay. Also a 3-star wideout named Fred Anderson. Look at him too. And then there's that athlete as well, Mike Robinson. So again, given how few players we actually need, I will probably be more willing to only get a few prospects. Oh, that's right. Our scouting is... I forgot. This is where losing Peter Griffin as our head coach hurts and having to start over. The good... Yeah, I can only upgrade that to 50. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. That is a problem, and neither of our coordinators are anything special either. We are essentially starting back from square one. We'll just let the scouting handle itself then for the week. I think we're ready to start this next season, but yeah, that really hurts. I honestly forgot how much of an impact the head coaching change was going to have on our scouting. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this year I think controller hits the floor. Love it. This year I think we'll be able to focus quite heavily on hopefully not breaking controllers. Everything looks to be okay. Hello? No, maybe not. Are you broken? Hello? Hey, there you go. I think yeah, we got fired. We finished with just 3 wins again. We absolutely got fired. But anyway, now that I can focus, let's see where we are at in terms of recruitment, where we stand with certain people, and what we might be able to do. So at quarterback, again, we do need 1. There are 2 guys that we're in the mix for. Scouting wise, honestly, it doesn't even really matter what the hell their overall is at this point. Start getting scholarship offers out there. For the running back, 600 points back for Greg Owens. Got Wilson, Mackey. Again, at this point, just throw a crap load of scholarship offers out there. Just to try and lock down talent as soon as we can. And this will be our best way to try and make up ground for anybody that we're not really in the race for early on. We'll see where we're at. Pride of Sandusky, Ohio, Antoine Evans. All right, so we got all of these scholarship offers out there. Like I said, we got a couple of guys on the board here that we wouldn't have been able to go after otherwise, but I think we can target them. Like I said, maybe it would just be worth targeting them outright. I don't know. This indecision might cost me a really good player. If we make any headroom for Mike Robinson, we'll be feeling pretty good, though. I don't think we can afford to waste our time on scouting, to be honest. I think we just need to start putting points on the people as soon as possible. Especially, too, we have less points to work with. Shout out to 82. Hooray for 82 in NHL roster editing. So let's see. We got 5,000 minus the 1,750 with 35 people on the board. It's about 90 points per person, which is obviously a terrible idea. How do we want to do this? If we're trailing for somebody lower rated, they'll have 50 points. If we're in a decent spot with them, they'll have 25. And then that way, we can try to make up some ground for the big names. Yeah, see, this is why I'm undecided on my approach here. Scouting, we could just go fully on board with the big names, but I do feel like this is still the best way to scout. We've had a lot of success with it, or recruit, I should say. We've had a lot of success with it so far. But sometimes, I'll admit, I can stick with the strategy for too long. And maybe this is the sign of that. Alright, Mr. Hardy, we were looking okay, though. We're looking alright for that guy. And thank God we have the bonus points. Watson, we got the 50 on him. Stevens. And this way, we can fight the big names at the top of the board. Even if they're not actually as good as it looks like they could be. There we go. So, that will be the approach. Like I said, maybe not the best approach, but it is the approach that we're going to go with. Before we play our first game of the season, we of course want to turn off the assistance options, which I have to do again now that we have a new coach. And we will take a look at the preseason polls that have Georgia, the defending national champions, as the #1 team in the nation. Texas A&M, Oregon, Ohio State, and Notre Dame, your top 5 to start this new season. We'll see what happens there. In terms of our status moving forward, we are projected to get really good really soon. We have an 83 rated team right now. Our current rank is 121 out of 126. Next season, though, expected to be top 60. After that, we're expected to be contending as a ranked team. So we are making pretty good forward progress here, which is really nice. Let's take a look at our depth chart. Projected to be good, might suck, so we're the Sens, pretty much. Again, we have Blake Horvath as the starting quarterback with John Paul Jones behind him. Running backs, Jep, Mady, Ura. Fullback is Heidenreich. Wideouts. All-American William Henry Harrison, huh? That works for me, honestly. Tight end Texa. I'm going to trust that this is pretty much what we want it to be. The only thing to really check here... Well, actually, let's go ahead and look at it. So, starting quarterback is going to be Horvath. Starting running back is Donnie Jep. Heidenreich at fullback. You've seen the top 3 wideouts. Tight end Texa is our #1 with McGummy and 8th Dwarf. Starting left tackle Grayson Crawford. Left guard, Where's Me Floaties? Center, Corey Smith gets the spot. Right guard, Ben Purvis. Right tackle, Chris Adams. So the O-line's looking pretty good. Defensive line, Armor Abs Crabs, a preseason All-American, with Sal the Seas. And defensive tackle, Kerry Von Erich, also a preseason All-American, with Numblegs the second behind him. Left outside linebacker, Jackson Campbell. Middle linebacker, Dingus Cringelord. And right outside linebacker, How Do I Tackle? Or as I like to call him, How Do I Tackle? Corners, Ash Ketchum, Brandon Chapman, Forrest Gump as the big 3. We also have Peter Rule at safety and William Mosley. So our secondary is not great. Our kicker, Kevin Von Erich. It is best to have him as our kicker, but only 79 power. Oh, we need a better kicker at some points. With that, we selected Nevada thinking they weren't going to be a good team. They are better than us on paper. We are a B- for the first time. Shit. But the fact that they're better than us is not good. I was thinking this could be a pretty easy game for us. Again, I really wish they showed the overalls of the opposing teams when you were setting up the matchups and the schedules. But shout out to Nevada. They got a lot of pretty cool logos. We're going to put them in the blackout, though. And why not start off the season in the GOATs? First game of the season. We're going to take the same format as last year. We'll jump in if we need to. Hopefully we won't need to, but we'll see. And again, once we get to the point where we could be competing for a championship, I will not be playing the games anymore, and we'll be watching the AI in big-time situations. And here we go. Another season of midshipman football. Where's my football? Well, it's right here at Mackey Stadium, as they called it. I thought it would have been McKay, but they said Mackey on commentary. And who am I to correct them? Heads never fails. See, take that ball. All right. As we do, we will simulate and hope that the boys need no help. Here we go. Please don't need help. 7-0 Nevada. 14-0 Nevada. 21-0 Nevada. 28-0 Nevada. 28-7. 31-7. Well, I'm going to take over on 2nd and 10. And if I can get a quick touchdown on this drive, we might have a chance. And if I can't, well, that's GG's. Heidenreich. Attaboy, Heidenreich. Gain of 8. We're going to have to run the hurry up here. Heidenreich might be dead. What about his poetry? We still got the fullback Heidenreich in the backfield here. Heidenreich. Attaboy. Attaboy, Heidenreich. He's taken over for a really good player that we had once upon a time. Previous fullback, Dabo Fofana. Shit! Yes, Horvath! Attaboy! Whew! I just had to hope. I was going to carry with Horvath no matter what. I just had to hope that guy wasn't going to go after me. He did, but we survived. All right, big 2nd down here. There isn't a soul open, but Horvath can run like the wind. He's taken down at the 12-yard line. What an effort. I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is doing Horvath determined that we're not going to suck this year. What a great play that was. All right. Oh, Donnie Jepp, is this going to work? Yeah! Someone missed their block. We got a yard out of it at least. Not bad, Donnie, not bad. Somebody totally missed their block. Here we go. Here we go. Play action time. Look for ahoy me hoy. Or with that missile. Yo! Fuck! I just had to hope that that guy wouldn't get me. I should have thrown it away, but we tried to make a play. Now's probably a good time to opt out to a deep pass and just try to hit him. Didn't like the look there. Heidenreich gets us 10. We got to go for the touchdown here. I mean, it's over if we don't get it. So it's over if we don't get it. I do not like anything about that guy's situation. Donnie Jet pass block here. He might not be able to get the pass off. Picked. Terrible throw by the QB. Well, we're going to lose week 1 to Nevada then. Tried to aim that throw a little bit. Our quarterback wasn't having it. I might have been able to wait a little bit longer for him to get a bit further back, but I mean, look at how many people they dropped back. At best, we could have gone underneath, but we needed the touchdown, basically. So, no comeback effort here. The boys got absolutely pooped on. We weren't able to bail them out. 34-15. I got to switch out of that defense that's relying on more corners, clearly. 44 points allowed on a foggy day in Nevada, apparently. Fuck. Damn. We have not had much luck picking our opponents. 44-15, the final score. In the first game for White Fat Rock at Navy. Horvat, 28-57, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 346 yards, was sacked twice, despite us running the Navy playbook. Go figure. Not ideal. Not ideal, to say the least. Losing in week 1. God forbid we need to bring in White Fat Rock Jr. by the end of this. I wouldn't be surprised. But we lose in week 1. Monroe is up next. Oh, I know the Navy playbook sucks, but we're embracing the meme of it and sticking with it. Cream Chubby Pebble. Ah, yes. I prefer Cream Chubby Boulder. You know, I prefer... All right, though. Matt Stevens, the fullback, like instantly commits to Alabama. So no dice there. One of the 2 fullbacks we were looking at. So for the quarterbacks, Brandon Oliver and Chris Henley, we're still looking okay. El Hijo de White Fat Rock. Running backs, Craig Owens. I mean, we're within striking distance. All these guys. We lost out on the 3-star fullback, so Matt Davis is pretty much going to have to be our top target now. Wide out. There's nobody that we're absolutely out on. Anybody else? Not quite committed, but we're talking like 1,000-point deficit at this stage. The answer, is close with Julius Barclay. Okay, aside from that, we're still in a relative good spot. Again, I am not going to worry about scouting at this point. I can't. We are going to focus solely on using up these points to try and win over some influence here as soon as we can. So we have the 5,000 points divided by 34 people. That's about 147 points per person. We go down to the bottom. We'll do 145 per person, and we can adjust it from there, and all the extras will go to the highest rated dudes. So let's see what we can do here. Like I said, I don't know if this is the best strategy, but at the same time, excuse me, we have had good luck stealing away 4s and 5 stars that haven't commit yet by the midway point of the season. Now, of course, the thought could be, hey, go for those guys right out of the gates, and that might be the right way to go. But if we miss out on them without locking down any of these 3 stars that are actually interested, then we are left with fuck all in terms of a recruitment class, and that's a little bit dangerous. You know, we at least want to get something. Something is, in fact, better than nothing in this particular conversation. So, again, I'm not worried about the scouting, really, because I can't imagine anybody being too much of a bust or committing anytime soon. But we need to get into a lead for these guys and then take it from there. And the problem is the scouting right now takes for goddamn ever because we lost the boosts that we once had. So Greg Owens will get all those extra points. And we'll continue to fight for those guys. Shout out to King. It's gotta. Please tell me it's Mo Ham. It better be King Moham. Thank you for the follow. The University of Louisiana Monroe. We are actually a superior team to them, which means we'll probably lose this game as well. Please don't lose this game as well. This needs to be one of the games that we win. Well, Moham, welcome in. Tremendous name, by the way. Monroe's got some, they got some interesting unis. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. We'll go with the 175th anniversary jerseys for this gentleman. Oh, God, I just hit all the wrong buttons. Hate to see it. There we go. Christ. Okay. We need a win. Losing to Nevada week 1's a little bit more understandable once we see their ratings, but if there's a team that we're close to or even better than, my God, don't we have to win. Especially with them having a 75 rated defense. This needs to be a win at Malone Stadium.
And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy.
It's up for the stand to decide. And we lost the coin toss this time, which might honestly be a good omen. All right, boys. Ooh, we got some glitching out textures, baby. All right. Come on. Down 7-2. 7-5. In the second. Boys, you have to put up points on a 75 rated defense. Thank you. 12-7. 12-7. This is just a shit fest. 15-7. 22-7. It wasn't pretty, but the boys get it done. 22-7 over the University of Louisiana Monroe for White Fat Rock's first win at the helm. Because Navy. That was awful. That was atrocious. We put up 12 points in the first half against a team like this, which is crazy. It was 22 unanswered points at least, but my God. It came down to who sucked less, basically. Horvath went 16 of 36, 230 yards with a touchdown and a pick. Was sacked once. He also had 75 yards. Heidenreich with 49 carries. Our fullback is getting a lot of fucking carries. With that missile, had 125 yards. That's a Patriots type win right there. Mac Jones might as well have been our quarterback. Oh, wait, the Patriots don't win with Mac Jones at quarterback. I was going to grab the jersey, but I don't know where it is. Probably in the trash. Oh, Nighthawk, I did not. AHL highlights are few and far between. They made the playoffs last year. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. We don't talk about that. No, they didn't. They haven't made the playoffs in years. There's making the playoffs, and then there's making the playoffs. They made the playoffs. All right, El Paso. Hopefully, we line up well against them here. As obviously we won't have any commits or anything like that this week. How do we line up against El Paso? Pretty even. Our offense is a bit better. Their defense is a bit better. It's pretty even. This is indeed where Noah transferred to. So we'll see an old friend. Let's take a look here. At quarterback, we got a lead for Brandon Oliver and Chris Henley. Running backs, we're going to be out on Greg Owens. We're not going to be able to fight for him. James Wilson, Mackey, Hughes, and Horn. We look okay, though. Davis, we're in the fight for. Anybody else where we are just like significantly out of the conversation? Anthony Wright, it's pretty close. Okay, some of these guys, it's not looking too good. For others, not so bad. Julius Barclay, the other 5-star that I was tempted to be like, hey, can we make up ground for him? No, we can't. We're not even going to be able to get Cole Hill there. Brown, Terrence Jackson. The good thing is we don't really need too many people this year. Definitely not going to get Mike Robinson either. Yeah, we're going to have to look for the late steals that haven't commit. In terms of the team needs, again, it's the tackle, the fullback, and the quarterback. So, we will reset all points. I'm going to max out the points on these guys since they are positions of need. And we'll divvy up the points to everybody else as we move forward here. Which again is... That is 250 points a person, right? 2,500 points. Divide that by 25 people that are left. It's 100 points a person. Duh. Math. So let's see. It'll be 50 points if we're in the lead for somebody. If we're not in the lead for them, they will get 100 points. And that way we can try to make up some ground here. So let's see what we can do. Again, right now we're not in the conversation for a lot of great players. But we should be able to attempt another mid-season steal or two once the time comes. I might, like I said, very much might end up regretting not just focusing on the best of the best here, but it is what it is. Like, we are still in a position of needing pretty much a good crop of talent every single year. I just realized I was fucking these guys over. Whoops. There we go. Let's see. One Tony Henry, get 100 points on him. Mike Johnson. Big lead for defensive tackle Jeremy Hardy, and he looked like an absolute freak from what we knew of him early on. Let's see, we need 100 points for Jonathan Hughes. Somehow in the lead for Terrence Watson. Darrell Horn, and big lead for the punter Nate Hagan. So that does leave us with some points left. I think we can start the scouting process now. 25, never mind. 25% per thing. It's not worth it until we get the scouting up there, so screw it. Highest rated dudes that we know of. There we go. Just give them more points, and it'll be fine. So, El Paso, we need a win here. We need it badly. Whoops. Well, we won 27-24. I meant to jump in. Maybe we should menu sim a bit more. Make that 2 wins in a row for Navy as we just snuck by El Paso. Christ. Whoops.